Alright guys, welcome back to another video with Jen Booms.
Jen Booms.
Yeah, I'm Connor.
I'm Robert.
And today we are doing Dawn FM by The Weeknd, which we got right up there. And we actually have sort of like the special edition because there's variants of it. And normally it's him as an old man, but we have the cooler looking variant version. So got the vinyl up there. And because we already did Hurry Up Tomorrow, actually our biggest video. And a lot of people wanted more Weeknd. So here we are with more Weeknd.
Yeah, that was a really fun one. I really enjoyed it. Enjoyed learning more about the Weeknd's music. So all I knew were a few of the hits that I heard on the radio, and it was really impressive how he could have most of his songs. I don't know if it's the same here, but most of the songs on Hurry Up Tomorrow were kind of, if you just read the lyrics, like guys in crisis mode, and yet they all sound like kind of upbeat and poppy and fun and danceable.
His production is like crazy, so the beats were really good.
Yeah, so it was very impressive.
I think you've heard from comments and such that it's like a trilogy: After Hours, Dawn FM, Hurry Up Tomorrow.
I saw some of the comments saying that, although they mentioned some other ones too, so I don't totally know. But so this is part of the trilogy.
Part of the trilogy. This is the second one. We're sort of going backwards.
So we're going backwards.
We're going backwards into the trilogy.
Okay.
This one, another cool one. I will say, I think Hurry Up Tomorrow might have had the more, was the most like vulnerable with some of the lyrics where he was just like, I just want to die. I was like, damn. But it's similar for sure. So.
Okay.
We're going to hop right into the first song, Dawn FM, self-titled.
Oh, all right. Very cool.
Listening to 103.5 Dawn FM. We'll be there to hold your hand and guide you through this painless transition. But what's the rush? Just relax and enjoy another hour of commercial-free music on 103.5 Dawn FM. Stay tuned.
Wow. Okay.
It's an interesting intro.
That really was. I mean, he got the cool production, beautiful voice, of course, and then all of a sudden we're doing we're in a radio station. So Dawn FM is we're in a radio station.
It's it's like a concept album, but it's also like a very obvious one, just because at the start he instantly is like Dawn FM radio.
Yeah, that was that's an interesting concept. I'm interested to hear more as to why we're doing that.
Yeah.
The radio announcer's voice sounded kind of familiar, but I'm not totally sure.
Oh, really? I'm not sure. I didn't look into it. No, I wasn't familiar, so I don't know.
I don't know. Actually,
it could be, yeah.
I don't know. But, okay, well, that was unexpected.
Yeah.
I usually hear that in a song.
No, yeah.
But he's big on doing kind of concept production and stuff. So.
Yeah. So our next song is Gasoline. So here we go.
No, so that actually was the end of the song. I thought we were just stopped in the middle of the song.
That was
the whole song.
That was like the intro, because it was like a minute song and then just a 30-second Dawn FM. So now we're on like the first real like song.
Okay.
It's 5 a.m. my time again. I've soaken up the moon. Can't sleep.
That's not.
That's him.
That's him?
5 a.m. my time
yeah, as far as I know, I think he just changed his voice.
Oh, wow.
He's never really. Yeah, it's a very unique.
I'm pushing myself further. I'm just trying to feel my heartbeat beat.
Wow.
It's 5 a.m. I'm high again. can see that I'm
Another weird
in
voice.
pain. I've fallen into emptiness. I want you 'cause we're both insane. I'm dozing off to R.E.M. I'm trying not to lose my faith. And I love it when you watch me sleep. You spin me around so I can breathe. And if I finally die in peace, just wrap my body in these sheets and pour out the gasoline. It don't mean much to me. The only thing I understand is your sum of tenderness. Oh baby, please just hold me close, make me believe there's more to live. Around, 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 around we go. And I love it when you watch me sleep. You spin me around so I can breathe. It's only safe for you and me. I know you won't let me OD. And pour out the gasoline. It don't mean much to me.
That was interesting. It was different, especially the little grunts and groans at the end there.
Yeah.
So another one was kind of depressing in some respects as to what
Some
he's singing about.
less than most
Right,
of the
yes.
others. But yeah.
Because at least he's going to die in peace. Interesting reference to the band REM.
Yeah, the REM. What was it? Afraid I'm gonna lose my faith.
Yeah,
Something
Falling
like,
Asleep.
yeah.
Yeah, to REM because has like a double
Yeah.
meaning for the REM.
Exactly. Yeah, REM sleep. Yeah.
But yeah, hoping I'm not losing my religion. That
Yeah.
like their biggest
That was-
song.
yeah.
That was a nice little throwback there.
Yeah.
That was interesting. So still going with he did still talk about like 5 a.m. like in the song, so which he kind of referenced in the earlier part. So the whole thing's dawn, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was Dawn FM was the name of it. So
Yeah.
which is somewhere between darkness and light.
True.
I mean,
Trying
if
to
the whole thing is
you trying to
dawn,
see where you think it's at so far.
I mean, so far that's what
It'd be tough to
I'm
figure out.
assuming that's kind of what he's going for. Maybe he's in the darkness, and because if it's dawn, you would be heading towards the light. But I'm more like 2 songs in, so I don't know.
Yeah. I will say
Um,
this one, it always gives me like an 80s vibe, just because the way he's like da, 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 da.
Yeah, the voice for I didn't even think it was him. Like especially at the beginning there, I
I
thought.
could be wrong. It might not be.
Honestly, it sounded like what's his name, Dave Gaetan of Depeche Mode.
Oh, Depeche Mode.
I'm not saying it was him, but it kind of had that slightly British kind of
Yeah, I could
that
sorta
it
see
kind
it.
of had that
Like an
voice. So I thought maybe it was somebody
new
else
wave.
brought in for that, but
Yeah,
I
that voice
don't know.
with like the synths, it
And-
reminded
and-
me of an 80s.
and
type,
they may have been actually 90s, but anyway, but Depeche Mode had that kind of a industrial vibe in a lot
Exactly,
of it,
yeah.
in a sense. So it kind of reminded me, of him. But anyway, that was interesting.
yeah. So next we have How Do I Make You Love Me?
All right, that sounds good.
Good.
Nice
That's
enough.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Sounds a bit sad. to
I
me,
mean,
but-
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because he obviously wants some love. Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right.
We're going back in time. I'd like to see you try unpacking thoughts through tunnels in your mind. It doesn't faze you. I need a breakthrough. I only want what's right in front of me. It's quite unusual, seeking approval, begging for it desperately. I said have to hide. Forget about what your daddy said, I'll teach you how to shine. It doesn't faze you, I need a breakthrough. I only want what's right in front of me. It's quite unusual, seeking approval, begging for it desperately. I say, how do I make you love me? How do I make you fall for me? How do I make you love me? How do I make you fall for me? How do I make you want me? Make it last eternally.
Yeah, no, it ends a little. Yeah, I'm actually.
Huh.
I think I'm gonna let the next one play. Because he does cool transitions.
We're going into another song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Take my breath.
Man, somebody trying to produce his beats are just incredible.
And do we know if it's him or they're the producer or he's involved?
I'm sure he's involved, but I know he works with the bigger like Mike Dean and
Because
stuff.
it is really cool, yeah, production. And especially when you have on headphones and you just hear it going back
Yeah.
and forth in your ears. On the last song, I believe the answer was you can't do anything to make somebody love you. It has to happen
Saw the
naturally.
fire in your eyes. I saw the fire when I look into your eyes. You tell me things you wanna try. You're offering yourself to me like sacrifice. You said you do this all the time. Tell me you love me, I bring you to the light. Her fantasy is okay with me. Then suddenly, baby says, take my breath away and make it last forever, babe. Do it now or never, babe. Want me to hold on to your time? You got me close, I feel the heat between your thighs. You're way too young to end your life. Girl, I don't wanna be the one who pays the price. A fantasy is okay with me. Then suddenly, baby says, take my breath away and make it last forever, babe. Do it now or never, babe. Take my breath.
Pretty catchy too.
Has a kind of like a 80s disco.
Yeah, the whole
Thing.
album sort of does. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, does it? Okay. I mean, it definitely makes you kind of like tap you.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like
you know?
whoever was doing the drums and the synths just.
Just a lot of synth in this one. That sounds really loud in the headphones.
Oh really?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of going back and forth in your ears.
Yeah.
And I see it.
It's like they wanted to show off the production and go back to the catchiness.
Yeah. That's really nice. Oh, wow, that's really catchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's my personal favorite. I love that song.
Oh, really? Oh, that was fun. I mean, I had to, like I said, I could hear that being in a club and people just
Yeah.
really vibing on that one and grooving because that's got a really good groove going. Like I said, it had kind of a like an early '80s disco vibe for me. Kind of a flashback touch of Michael Jackson thrown in there.
Oh, just like the last album where he had a song that was also like
that one was very.
That one was meant to be
Yeah.
similar to Thriller.
Yeah, exactly. That was kind of cool. And then the one before it,
How Do I Make You Love
yeah,
Me?
How Do I Make You Love Me? Like
Nice,
that's
catchy.
right. Yeah. I guess the eternal question, like I said, that you can never. The answer is just you can't. But especially the last part, like because it's how do I make you love me? How do I make you fall for me? How do I make you want me? How do I make you love me eternally? That last part is the toughest part of it. Even if you did
Eternally.
fall, like because even if it's you fall in love, the eternal part that's a tough one. But yeah, so that was really interesting going from that to
And then great segue.
kind of more into this now more
Take My Breath.
funky Take My Breath thing, or it's now
It's a good mix of like the what like you said, like, it's a good mix like the 80s with like a newer synth combined, because that remind me of the 80s, but then the newer one like dun, 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 is like a much more heavy that you'd hear today.
yeah that was a fun one.
Really catchy.
I liked it. Yeah,
More like lighthearted too, just with the lyrics, since the chorus was just like Take My Breath Away, which is actually sort of romantic and very normal.
Yeah, exactly. So that was kind of nice. It's kind of weird. I gotta say, just we're seeing the original album cover, and
Oh yeah, the old man.
the old man cover. That's a weird thing, like staring back at us, the Weeknd looking very old there. It's kind of
It's right under, because right under we can see how he looks like his poster, and it looks very normal.
So it's kind of trippy looking anyway.
Yeah. All right, so next we have Sacrifice.
Okay. Oh,
Another
even
great
funkier
beat.
now.
I know.
Wow. Oh, that's got a good bass line going.
Yeah.
there.
I know, I love this.
I was born in a city where the winter nights don't ever sleep. Every time you try to fix me, I know you'll never find that missing piece. But I sacrificed your love for more of the night. I tried to put up a fight, can't tie me down. I don't wanna sacrifice for your love. I tried, I hold you through the toughest parts when you feel like it's the end. Cause life is still worth living. Yeah, this life is still worth living. I sacrifice your love for more of the night. I tried to put up a fight, can't tie me down. I don't wanna sacrifice for your love. I try. I don't wanna sacrifice for your love.
It's got a lot of catchy ones on this album.
Yeah.
I don't wanna
I want to sing along.
I know. killer bass.
Yeah, I love the bass line.
Like,
That was really
all the
great.
music was great, but the bass is continuing the
Just-
same throughout
yeah.
the song.
Boom, 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 boom,
Great.
Yeah, that was great. A really funky beat. Loved it. Right off the bat, just kind of sets the tone for the whole song.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Super catchy again.
I should have learned, but I was expecting Sacrifice is going to be like, what I'm going to sacrifice for your love, and it's the exact
Yeah, like
opposite.
knowing
I'm
The
not,
Weeknd, it's
I'm not
like-
going to sacrifice anything for your love.
Yeah.
I'm sacrificing you,
Your love
basically.
for my night. Yeah.
Yeah, all
That's
your
why-
love just for my night.
That's
Like,
why I think I mentioned on Hurry Up Tomorrow. I was like, the more you listen to him, it's almost funny because, like, at first you'll listen to an album and be like, oh, I feel so bad. Like, he's going through so much. And then you hear other songs, you're like, he's the problem. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
he'll tell you, like, my life sucks, but also I'm the problem. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah, because you would think his life can suck, but yeah, that was interesting, and a nice
Yeah.
sort of phrase, or play on words, so to speak. Like that, he's basically just going to sacrifice her for him to feel good,
Yeah.
but in a catchy way.
He's super catchy. Yeah. That's what he's great at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
okay. I really enjoyed
yeah,
it,
that was
especially
great.
that bass line.
Yeah. So next we got A Tale by Quincy.
Oh, that's a weird title.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Some smooth jazz going.
Yeah. It's because like
Looking
it's
back now, I didn't know what it was supposed to be, but I did to do the best I could. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't. I will never forget watching my mother get put in a straitjacket and taken out of my home when I was only 7 years old. She was diagnosed with dementia praecox and put in a mental institution, leaving my daddy along with me and my little brother Lloyd. Growing up without one had long-lasting effects I didn't fully understand until much later in life. It bled into my relationships with family and those I had become romantically involved with. Whenever I got too close to the woman, I would cut her off, but it was also totally subconscious. Looking back is a bitch, isn't it?
Damn.
I just want to pause it right before the song, but
Oh,
I'll probably go back and put it. But
who was that? Was that like? That's not
well,
him.
it's called A Tale by Quincy.
Is it his
so-
dad? Like, I mean, I know that. Like, is it? Do we have any idea? Like,
I actually don't know. I actually didn't check, so I don't know exactly.
because it didn't sound like him, right? It sounded like an
No,
older,
definitely not.
older person, like
Yeah.
his dad or something, which would maybe rubbed off onto him.
It could have been.
because talking about how it screwed up his relationships and everything, going forward. But I don't know. I don't.
It totally could be.
not too
Well, I don't
deep
think
into
it's
it.
necessarily him.
Right.
Could have been his dad, but I actually don't know. But I did think it was interesting putting that in the middle, especially like right after Sacrifice, or like a bunch of catchy songs, and you're like in a groove,
Yeah.
and he just stops it and puts that.
But I mean, but it kind of followed what Sacrifice was saying, because
Yeah.
he was saying like it messed up how I am in relationships and how I basically like push people away or use people, or I start to feel something, I run away in fear. Like, so
Yeah.
it does kind of follow what Sacrifice was saying. Like, I'm just going to use you and then I'm going to leave. And so that kind of, in a sense was maybe explaining
Part of it.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, because I mean that happens all the time. So many people where they like totally don't think it'll mess them up at all, and then they don't really realize like their relationships, like half the reason it failed was because they have like mom issues or dad issues, and it just messes them up.
Yeah. Oh, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Don't know what to make of it, but yeah. it was,
Yeah. As now we have Out of Time. Back to a good vibe.
The last few months I've been working on me, baby. There's so much trauma in my life. I've been so cold to the ones who love me, baby. Remember when I held you? You begged me with your drowning eyes to stay. If you mess up just a little, baby, you know my line. And I love you like I should have loved you all the time. I remember when I held you. You begged me with your drowning eyes to stay. Say I love you, girl, but I'm out of time. Say I'm there for you, but I'm out of time. Say that I care for you, but I'm out of time. Said I'm too late to make you mine. Out of time. Say that I care for you, but I'm out of time. But I'm too late to make you mine. Out of time.
Don't you dare touch that dial, because like the song says, you are out of time. You're almost there, but don't panic. There's still more music to come before you're completely engulfed in the blissful embrace of that little light you see in the distance. You may even forget your own name. But before you dwell in that house forever, here's 30 minutes of easy listening to some slow tracks on 103.5 Dawn FM.
The radio man is back.
Yes, and I still recognize that voice somewhere. Anyway, well, I mean, it kind of flowed thematically with the last one, I thought, in the sense of
Yeah.
that, you know, we learned
he
about
realized.
the relationship, and
And
he's,
he's
you know,
like,
how he screws up, and now he's
I'm
realizing,
not
like, yeah, like I had something good and I screwed it
I
up
messed it
basically,
up.
and
I
now
wasn't
I'm out of
mature
time,
enough.
right?
Yeah.
And now she's with somebody else, and
Yeah.
I'm screwed. I'm out of time. I screwed
It's
it.
it's sort of
Yeah.
funny with a lot of the Weeknd songs where he'll like say like in one way or another he's like I've matured and I realize I messed up and I want to do better, but in that same song like in Out of Time he's still being immature in ways of being like just like as soon as you don't distrust him like come back to me, which is still like very immature.
Oh yeah.
There's
Yeah.
still tendencies.
Right. Oh yeah, exactly. Well, that's not. Nothing's going to be any better in that sense
No.
either, right? Yeah. And then of course, you know, all throughout this great production of the little things, you know, like
Yeah, voices.
or just says, just like one part, little
Yeah.
little double clap.
So much detail.
So yeah, I mean, it had a nice little, just kind of vibing with that one, you know. You're like, if you're not really paying attention, like the lyrics and all, or you know, there are or aren't. I was like, oh, it's just kind of, yeah, it's nice. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm vibing. All right.
Yeah, it's a nice.
Even though it's a very sad song, really, like he's like realizing he screwed up.
Yeah,
and now
once
she loves
again.
somebody else. So you know, but yeah.
Do you have any more idea or what your idea is of Dawn FM in its entirety?
Well, like I said, that
Because he gave more, at least more details, since he was like talking about your, what was it? It was like your sorrow and all this, and then he was like it'll be washed away and stuff like that.
yeah. Well, I mean, I was kind of going back to what I said earlier, that the dawn is going from the darkness to the light. Like he's learning, maturing, you know, evolving, and so he's kind of getting more to where he needs to be,
Yeah.
to some degree.
Yeah, that was pretty good so far.
Okay.
All right, so next we have Here We Go Again featuring Tyler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Strike a pose with my kinfolk. Front page of the billboard. Suit and tie, cigar smokes. Macallan shots till it burn throats. We still celebrating Super Bowl. A quarter bill on and off, yeah. Used to sing on lost, but now we cruising on the yacht we clean. Yeah, said you wanted your boyfriend jealous with a couple pics, and you didn't expect to fall for me once you got this dick. The city dark, city dangerous. Your girlfriends try to pair you with somebody more famous, and my new girl, she a movie star. My new girl, she a movie star. I love her right make her scream like Nev Campbell, but when I make her laugh, swear it cures my depressing thoughts. Told myself that I never fall, but here we go again. Ooh. Here we go again. Life's a dream, 'cause it's never what it seems. So here we go again.
Although this love is strong to me, some things can change, go wrong with me. We don't know how it's going to be. Forever is too long to me. We don't need the government involved because we like to touch. We don't need no damn religion telling us that we in love. But if we did crash down the road, spending lawyer fees up, you gon' sign this prenup. You gon' sign this prenup.
Here we go again. Life's a dream, 'cause it's never what it seems. Love at all. So here we go again. The number one station to free your soul.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, Tyler had a cool verse there.
Yeah, actually, I like that one, and it kind of, I don't know what it was meant to be, but it was kind of like, to me, it kind of came across like the alter ego of The Weeknd, because what The Weeknd was saying, like, you know, that life's a dream, and all these like kind of nice things about like kind of falling in love and being with, you know,
Yeah, some nice things.
with the, you know, with the woman, and
Laugh cures my depressive thoughts.
yeah, so it's all these kind of nice things about love for the most part. And then Tyler was kind of a bit more harsh in a way.
Yeah.
It's all about the prenup, you know, like, like, you know, so it's kind of like going, yeah, but I'm still taking care of myself. I'm still number one. I'm going to, you know,
Yeah.
I'm going to get a prenup. And,
Which
you know, all
seems
that
to
kind
follow with Tyler from what we heard on Igor and Chromacopia. It's actually pretty accurate.
of- yeah.
How he would be.
So it, yeah, like I said, also, I don't know if that was supposed to be his alter ego or whatever, and you know, as vocally, but that's the kind of way I heard it. But yeah, it sounded pretty cool. Yeah, the Tyler sounded really good, and yeah, lyrically that was just kind of interesting how it was. You know, the lyrically are so far been kind of segueing. So now it seemed like he was getting
He's found
more,
somebody.
Found somebody. Did he date a movie star, or is that just kind of a?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to his love life.
Okay,
I
because he
don't
did
know.
mention that
I
several
wouldn't
times.
doubt
See a movie
it,
star. Yeah, okay. It doesn't really matter, I guess. But
I
yes.
was wondering just because he said movie star and said like make her scream like Neve Campbell. I was like, is he trying to make her like a porn star? He was talking like just jokingly like.
No, Neve Campbell was an actress. She wasn't.
But
a
did she
porn
scream in
star.
like horror or something?
Wasn't she in the movie Scream?
I don't know who Neve Campbell is.
Yeah, that
Was
was.
she scream?
That's like from the '90s or something.
Well, just because of the way he said it, and make her scream like Neve Campbell after saying that line, I was like, maybe he was just sort of trying
I
to just
think
be like.
she was in the movie Scream, but I'm not totally sure.
'Cause he said maybe Scream,
I
so I was like,
recognize
maybe-
the name of her. I can kind of
Yeah.
picture in my head, but I don't know. And it's a weird reference because somebody that was popular 25,
Yeah, I didn't
30,
get it.
35 years ago. I got, you know. So that's he seems to have pulled a lot of references like 80s and 90s.
He's got a good
kind
amount of
stuff.
references. Yeah.
So yeah, that was
Yeah. Next,
Trippy.
next we got Best Friends.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Huh. Oh, what we got, baby, what we got is secure, been a part of toxic love. It tore us apart, things you want, I'm not looking for. You're my best friend now. You're my best friend now. Oh, 'cause I get clumsy and tear it apart. I love you so, but we can't get close. You're my best friend now. You're my best friend now. Oh, I love it when we climax, and I will never burn you. I can never hurt you if we do it like that. catching little feelings. Thought we had arrangements. Thought you weren't like that. Yeah, I thought you weren't like that. Oh, friends no more. Sex as friends no more. You don't wanna have sex as friends no more. Friends no more. Ooh, friends no more. Oh, what we got, baby, what we got is secure in a part of toxic love. It tore us apart. Things you want, I'm not looking for. You're my best friend now. You're my best friend now. Best friend now.
Now, is there someone else?
That was interesting. Like, you know, the friends with benefits where he clearly started to actually fall in love with the person. Sounded like,
Yeah.
and
Blocking them because he knows like I'm not gonna do good by you.
yeah, I'm gonna screw this up, and I'm gonna hurt you
Yeah.
and rip this all apart.
But he could just be too scared to.
Yeah, but still growth that he's
I
really.
know that you're hiding something from me that's been close to your heart. 'Cause I used to be the one who was lying, oh lying. Oh, is there someone else or not? 'Cause I wanna keep you close. If you hurting him or you hurting me, if I ain't with you, I don't wanna be. Is there someone else or not? Ooh, oh no. Now I don't want to be a prisoner to who I used to be. I swear I changed my ways for the better, the better. 'Cause I wanna be with you forever, forever. Oh, is there someone else or not? 'Cause I need to know if you hurting him or you hurting me. If I ain't with you, I don't wanna be. Is there someone else or not? Ooh, oh no.
All right, so definitely some growth in like, you know, and of what he's been singing about, like as far as like now he's like he is in love and he doesn't want to be a prisoner to the person he used to be, but at the same
Yeah.
time now he has more doubt than ever because he's like arguing to somebody else now, like he's
Yeah, it's like
Is
it
there
always
somebody
comes
else?
full circle. It's like
Yeah.
once he realizes, and he's like,
yeah,
I think also, I mean, it's not, he doesn't ever say it, but I think sometimes I wonder, like, through these songs, I'm like, is it just because, like, he seems to have a specific group of people that he's around, because not everybody is just, like, having sex with their friends. So I feel like once you have this group, I feel like it'd be harder, like, if you've changed, the girls you're messing with might still be the same, so.
Exactly. That's true. But it did seem like he's falling more in love or being more aware of it.
Yeah,
anyway.
based on the here we go again.
And realizing who he was, like, you know, and the problems that entailed, and trying not to be a prisoner to that person he used to be. So there's definitely like growth and maturity. He's moving forward, but he's still struggling.
He struggles, yeah. Yeah. So next we have Starry Eyes.
All right.
I only met you in my dreams before. When I was young and alone in the world, you were there when I needed someone to call my girl, a shattered soul. Oh, oh, oh. Let me be there, let me be there for your heart. Let me be there, I can be there until you're home. Let me be there for your heart. Let me love you like you need. And I'll make it my responsibility. And you can kick me to the curb. It's okay, babe, I promise that I felt the worst. Back then I was starry-eyed, and now I'm so cynical. Oh. Mm-hmm.
All right. So now he's in love with somebody who's as broken as he is. As a shattered soul.
It's like giving himself up. He did a full 180.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost too much though.
Right, because she has like a broken soul or whatever, but he wants to help her and fix her and be there for her and love her. Like like you said, he's come all the way around. But at the same time, he's down on himself.
Yeah, because at first you're like, oh, it sort of sounds good. Like he wants to be there for somebody, but then he's like, back then I was starry-eyed, now I'm cynical.
Yeah.
Like that's not where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, he went a little too far. And then especially when it's like, kick me to the curb, like it just
exactly
don't even like care about it.
Yeah, it's almost like he doesn't care anymore. Like he's just
So
I think that is sort of a cycle. It's like he keeps like he'll mess up and he'll realize, and he changes and he matures, but then he gets hurt because he's still like, people think he was still like that, and he gets hurt and then he goes back to the same habits and then changes and it keeps going in circles.
I mean, that's pretty common with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, probably most people, like you get,
yeah, that definitely happens. Where you're like trying to do better and people don't see it, and they're not going to really treat you like you're better until they see it more. So then you just fall back into the habits again.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to just fall back into what you know, what you've always done. So even when you're trying to do your best, sometimes it all just fails and falls apart. So anyway, he was, he's trying. He's always self-aware, and at least at some point, like he knows what he's doing, and he knows he's doing it wrong or screwing it up, but I don't know. But anyway.
Next we have Every Angel is Terrifying.
Oh, well, interesting. Huh.
If I cried out, would hear me among the angels' order. For beauty is the terror we endure, while we stand in wonder, we are annihilated. Every angel is terrified.
Intense, graphic, sexy, euphoric, provocative, edgy, thought-provoking, technically and visually stunning. A compelling work of science fiction. A suspenseful expose Critics say Afterlife makes your current life look like a total comatose snooze fest. It's action-packed, the future of everyone's fate. Nigel and Frank call it classic. Arthur Flemminger says,
I can't keep my eyes off the screen.
Afterlife can be yours for only $4.95 with a subscription when you order the best of your current life collection series. You will enter a world beyond your imagination. Now. To order Afterlife plus $3.79 shipping and handling. Now.
Okay, I'm gonna let it play.
I gotta rethink what I was thinking about what the dawn means.
Oh.
What the light is that he's heading towards.
On you, but I know you're right for me. Ecstasy, I keep coming back for more. I think that you would die for me. Don't break my heart. Don't let me down. Please, don't you break my heart. I don't know if I can take it anymore. Take it anymore. I can't take another heartbreak. But now I know she wasn't right for me. Enemy, I kept coming back for more. I'd rather you would die for me. Destiny, and this time I know for sure. Just don't break my heart. I don't know if I can take it anymore. Don't break my heart. I'm falling apart already. Don't you break my heart. I don't know if I can take it anymore. I could be the one you want, just as long as you don't break my heart.
I realized when I kissed your neck that the room was hot. I could taste your sweat. It's just you and I in the discotheque.
But don't you worry, just don't break my heart. Don't you break my heart. I don't know if I can take it anymore. Don't break my heart. I'm falling apart already.
So we had a interesting interlude with Every Angel is Terrifying.
Yeah, and yeah, from that I was getting the afterlife, like heading towards the light. Like if if you're dying and you're heading to heaven or what have you, then you see the light, you're moving towards the light. So so now the whole dawn thing has a different meaning now for me. Like it's not just getting self-awareness or getting from the darkness to the light, but it can also be getting moving from the nightclub or what have you to the afterlife, to death, to and or heaven, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, I mean, also it would have been easier going the other way, but since we're doing Hurry Up Tomorrow and backwards, but because the trilogy, the first one in the trilogy is called After Hours, is the name of the album.
Okay.
So when you have After Hours combined with Dawn FM, then it's right. Okay. It's similar where After Hours you might think is just one thing, but it could really mean two things when it's saying After Hours.
Yeah, I got you. So so you're going from the After Hours to Dawn, to where you're almost in the technically the next day, but at the same time you're so Hurry Up Tomorrow because you kind of want the next day to come. And so I guess I could say that all go together.
Yeah, it's cool in between where it's I think it works in both ways of Dawn FM. After Hours is those hours of the night where everybody's asleep, so it feels like you're the only one awake. And so if you had to have a radio of all your thoughts and everything going on, it would just sound like whatever, very raw.
Yeah, sometimes you're alone and it's just nothing but your own thoughts running through your head. And again, some maturity in that last one in the sense of, he's in love, but don't break my heart because I don't think I can take it.
Yeah.
I can't take it
The
again.
whole song
I can't
was
take
just,
it again.
yeah.
It's like, that's going to kill me. It's like, I can't take it again. So, which also, it kills you, then it also takes you to that afterlife. So,
Exactly,
yeah. So that's interesting how it's all flowing together.
Yeah. So next we have I Heard You're Married with Lil Wayne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All I know is the name of Lil Wayne. I don't know much about it.
Yes.
The way you hypnotize me, I could tell you've been in control. You manifested this, but girl, I blame myself. Things I should've known. Now I know this is a fling. You're out in someone's ring. It hurts to think I'm sharing you. Ooh, I heard you're married, girl. Now I knew that this was too good to be true. Ooh, your number in my phone, I'm gon' delete it. Girl, I'm way too grown for that deceiving. Cause I don't play. Now I'm sure you have your issues and your reasons. And it kills me that I'm sharing you. Oh, I heard you're married, girl. I knew that this was too good to be true. Ooh, I heard you're married, girl. Oh, I heard you're married, girl. I can't be with you. No, I can't be with you. You're too deceiving, girl. Oh.
Can't be your savage, that shit ain't fly, bitch. Can't be your pilot, can't be your private. Make me your obvious, if I ain't your husband, I can't be your hybrid. I heard you married, I bet he treat you like Virgin Mary. You like it dirty and I'm dirty Harry. I thought we were some lovers, canaries, word to Larry. But I can't fuck with you, you put my love on the line and hang up on you. Where the love at? You walk down the aisle, I can make you run back. Like fuck that, where the love at? And tell hubby I kill him, no hubcap.
Whoa. I heard you're married, girl. I knew that this was too good to be true. The way you had me wrapped around your fingertips. I heard you're married, girl. I can't be with you. No, I can't be with you. You're too deceiving, girl. Oh, I can't be with you. No, I can't be with you. You're too deceiving, girl. Oh, say I can't be with you. No, I can't be with you. You're too deceiving.
It did indeed take a turn for the worst.
Yeah. And it still sounds so poppy and fun.
Always.
I can be with you. And it's like, that's a horrible.
I know, even
depressing.
though,
Like, we literally, the lyric, like, that's depressing. And he finally falls in love with somebody, and she's already married. That would really suck.
Yeah.
That would be horrible. Yeah. I like Lil Wayne's verse. That his little.
Yeah, he took it up a notch though. Most of it was the same, and then that last one I was like, okay, your husband, no hubcap.
Yeah, that.
Like, okay. The Weeknd was more like you just break up with both of us because I don't even like I'm just.
Yeah, because like what are you doing? Like
Yeah.
I gotta delete your number from my phone. Like this is it's ridiculous. Like that he was like being the mature one on it. Like
he finally became mature.
So that would never experienced that myself, but that would really suck if you fall in love with someone and then find out that they're actually married.
Yeah.
But don't know if he actually went through that or not. But anyway, but the beat and then the vibe and it was so nice. It was like, I can't be with you. I don't know. It's just like,
well, even the main one, like I heard you, America. It's just so catchy.
Yeah, right. And it's like you just kind of want to sing along, and then you're like, this is actually really depressing what you're saying about, really sucks.
It's like strike 18 on this guy.
Yeah, like man,
Can't catch a break, man.
That's kind of brutal, but yeah, really cool song though.
Yeah.
Wow, that yeah. All right.
Yeah. So next we have Less Than Zero, which I was checking. I don't know if this one was a hit or not. I don't know if it was on radio, but it was one of the most popular off the album.
Okay.
Anyway, here we go.
Remember, I was your hero. Yeah, I couldn't save you from my darkest truth of all. I know I'll always be less than zero. Oh yeah. I couldn't face you with my darkest truth of all. 'Cause I can't get it out of my head. No, I can't shake this feeling that crawls in my bed. Can we meet in the middle? Oh yeah. 'Cause you were just like me before. Now you'd rather leave me. But I can't get it out of my head. No, I can't shake this feeling that crawls in my bed. I try to hide it, but I know you know me. I try to fight it, but I'd rather be free.
They're pretty catchy.
I would say it sounds the most like
super catchy.
a single, like a hit. you know,
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
like it's really just fun.
Yeah.
I can't get it out of my head. No, I can't shake this feeling that crawls in my bed. Yeah, I'll always be less than zero. You tried your best with me, I know.
You see, I feel like what I said before, it almost sort of circles back.
Yeah.
Where now he's again like, I'm always gonna be less than zero.
Yeah, it's sweet because I mean, you almost think the song would be called "I Can't Get It Out of My Head," but what
Yeah.
he's really feeling though is
Exactly.
I'll always be less than zero. Like it's just he can't escape being down on himself,
Yeah, he can't escape either messing up
or
or just believing he can't escape and find the right person, sort of.
yeah, and realizing like I try to hide it, but I know you know me. Like I know you're gonna see like the truth. You're gonna see how I screw up, and
Yeah.
and then I try to fight it, but I'd rather be free. So almost like, I don't know, he wants to break free, but I'm trying to fight it, but yeah, he'd still kind of rather be free and do his own thing, or, it can be interpreted different ways, but yeah, it's kind of, that was such like that seemed like the most like I said, like it would be the hit of the album that I've heard so far. Like it's more of a single. It was just like it was fun, Like
Yeah,
just
that
like,
one was like the one I heard off the album. The only one I heard off the album before checking it out.
Okay, I mean I don't recall hearing that one on the radio or any of these, but whatever, that one, it was fun. I really
it was
enjoyed
very
it.
fun.
But then you're like, I'm less than zero. Like damn, that's a
I know, it's like
horrible
it's
self-evaluation.
Sort of
like
the worst point in the album almost.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like, it's all these things you're like, oh, it's getting better, getting worse, and then it just like,
yeah. I'll always be less than zero. Like damn. That's a depressing thought, man. That's
oh, damn, yeah.
but a fun song. Obviously.
A really great fun song.
It really
Super
was.
fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so now we have the last one, Phantom Regret.
Okay.
By Jim.
By Jim.
Yeah.
You're tuned to Dawn FM, the middle of nowhere on your dial. So sit back and unpack. You may be here a while. And how many grudges did you take to your grave? When you weren't liked or followed, how did you behave? Was it often a dissonant chord you were strumming? Were you ever in tune with the song life was humming? If the pain's living on when your body's long gone and your phantom regret hasn't let it go yet, when you're all out of time, there's nothing but space. No hunting, no gathering, no nations, no race. And heaven is closer than those tears on your face. When the purple rain falls, we're all bathed in its grace. But you could be there by the end of this song, where the weekend's so good and he plays all week long. Bang a gong, get it on. And if your broken heart's heavy when you step on the scale, you'll be lighter than air when they pull back the veil. Are you listening real close? Heaven's not that, it's this. It's the depth of this moment. You don't reach for bliss. God knows life is chaos, but he made one thing true. You gotta unwind your mind, train your soul to align, and dance till you find that divine boogaloo. You gotta be heaven to see heaven. May peace be with you.
So it was about finding heaven, going to heaven, but really finding your own heaven, finding
That's
your own
why
inner
it's
peace. So
yeah, it's almost like an intermediary of between like your physical and normal self and heaven, and like sorting yourself out. And it's like Dawn FM is it's like a stage of reflection.
Yeah, well, like I said, Dawn, going from the darkness to the light. But so you're going towards heaven. But it's not just like dying. It's finding out what it is about you and yourself that that is good and makes you find that inner peace and whatever. A lot of also interesting like other little song references and things he threw in there, like the the Purple Rain. There's like Boogaloo. There's various little throwbacks also thrown in there.
Purple Rain was a good reference because that actually sort of fits with the theme of Purple Rain of like sort of
that it washes over you and
Yeah.
it kind of makes things new, and it's like it's a new day. That's kind of what Prince's thing was about for Purple Rain. My understanding of it anyway. So so that definitely fits with the whole thing of what they seem to be going for. Not sure who Jim is. Phantom Regret by Jim. Although the voice, man,
I don't know. It's a cool voice. It's different than the others, I think.
That was definitely.
It's a cool ender. It's an interesting choice because it's not a song at all.
Not at all, but it seemed to pull it all together because it was really explaining what is.
Yeah,
Dawn
it's
FM.
like the
What
last
is it?
piece where I was like, you've got all the songs.
Yeah.
In case you haven't gotten it by now, it's like, this is what it is.
What it's all about and what you're trying to do. I was wondering if there was any meaning to earlier in the album was Dawn FM 103.5.
Oh yeah,
I think I got the Dawn FM. Not sure about the 103.5 if that had any particular meaning.
I don't know if they added that just because it's a radio
just to say
station.
something, but since everything, it seems like every song, every bit, everything had a meaning to it. Like that there had. I'm just guessing, but it seemed like there had to be some meaning
I'm sure
to
there could
that. Although it's probably going to
Hopefully-
be, he may not have ever said, and people are just going to guess. I have no idea.
True. Hopefully somebody who's watching would know if that is something.
Yeah, and they're probably going to know who that voice was, who Jim was. Jim Carrey, perhaps?
It does sort of sound like Jim Carrey, and he's actually a very philosophical guy.
Yeah.
Ever since he's like retired, he's one of my favorites actually. I love watching his clips. He's super philosophical.
I mean, because he actually says, I don't know if that's what it is or not, but it does kind of sound like him or something he would say. Like, I know this voice.
Yeah. And all the lines in there were like you can pick out each line, and it's like a great quote. Like there was so many great lines that individually hold a lot of weight.
Yeah. Like they're going by too fast. You can't even remember. Like you kind of need to like stop and look at each one, because there was a lot of little lines, like you said, just boom, 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 stuff that he was saying there. And
the lyrics on this one.
well, like the Prince one, and Purple Rain, and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, there was so many things just, and it was all kind of pulling it all thematically, I thought, all together.
Yeah.
Very nicely.
Pulling the album like reflectively together.
Yeah, such a strange way to do an album. I mean, because I've heard, there's been various albums where it's, has a theme to it, and it all pulled together, like going back to Pink Floyd, The Wall, or The Who, Quadrophenia, and stuff before you probably never heard yet.
The ones you were going to say.
Yeah. Well, not quite like this, I guess it's really an interesting concept where you're getting into his own mind, his own life, I guess, and how he is, and pretty much all in relationships for the most part. The whole thing was all about,
as it normally is,
right? Just dealing with love and dealing with relationships and maturing and how
figuring out what he needs to do.
Yeah, and then. So then the end really, I thought, pulled it all together quite nicely. Very unusual way to do it, because you normally would just still have songs, not have somebody else come in and talk.
Yeah.
But it worked.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's like it's similar to me to like some of the other albums I've heard, whether it's like Tyler or Kendrick, where like almost the point of the album seems, or maybe not necessarily the point, but like the way he makes the album is like it's supposed to help you if you're going through anything similar, like you figure it out for yourself too. Because sometimes, like if you listen to even Phantom Regret, like it sounds like instructions. If you listen to it the right way, like it's either quotes, or if you're really like in the same realm of trying to figure yourself out and you listen to it, you're like, it sounds like instructions of what you need to do.
It does sound like that. I agree that it's just, even though it's weird, like it's called Phantom Regret, but it did sound like it was telling you, hey, find your inner peace, man.
Yeah.
Find what helps you.
And it's like these songs are like examples of how you can do that, and what there is and what's wrong and what's right.
Yeah, and interesting, a lot of maturity throughout, as the whole album evolved, and like love and romance and sex and what have you, like, just kind of figuring it all out for himself, and then that kind of pulled it all together at the end there. So yeah, it was really,
it was pretty cool,
really interesting. Again, that was really trippy. I liked it. It really all pulled together.
We'll try and do After Hours next.
We'll just go back.
We're going back. I don't know if we'll keep doing it until we're all the way, but we'll definitely at least get the trilogy done for sure, and then we'll figure out what to do from there.
Other stuff from, because I saw some of the comments were suggesting other stuff by the weekend. I didn't even know there was other stuff, because you talked about the trilogy multiple times, but apparently there's a lot of other albums that people were asking us to react to. So
yeah.
Whatever, but I'm looking forward to doing the other one. That's kind of weird. We're doing this in reverse
I
already,
know, reverse, but
but it is kind of interesting. I got
it. Sort of works for figuring it out. It's almost more fun just because you're like this album. You're like, what is he referring to? When you're like, if you listen to After Hours, then you can get it a little bit quicker.
Yeah. So that was very cool. I mean, he's super talented, way more than I realized. From.
Just
as we talked about before on the Hurry Up Tomorrow, just that I'd only heard the songs on the radio, the few, well, probably not a few, but many big hits, but the ones that I heard on the radio, that I liked was like Blinding Lights or I Can't Feel My Face. Like the big ones, are the ones that kind of would get through to my level anyway. That I was familiar with. And I was like, oh, those are nice, But
yeah, they're cool. And then
but then now it's like, oh, there's way more to this than I realized.
Yeah, when you listen to it, or even when you just look at the lyrics, but especially when you hear it in the album, like both like Blinding Lights and like Save Your Tears are on After Hours. And when you listen to it with the album, you're like, oh, this is completely different. Like
there's so much more depth than I ever realized before.
Yeah, it's not very poppy most of the time is what you find out.
And so I see when you really listen to the lyrics, at least on what we've heard here, like it's you take away the music, like this is just depressing. Like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of not everything on here, but a lot of them on the Hurry Up
pretty
Tomorrow.
sad. Yeah, exactly.
But beautiful. I mean, beautiful voice, beautiful production. It all comes together, and I thought, I really enjoyed that. That was great.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll do After Hours hopefully next, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
All right. Thanks. Take care. Oh, don't forget to please like us and throw a comment on it.
Oh, yeah. Subscribe if you want. Share it, whatever you want.
That'd be better. Yeah.
And check out Hurry Up Tomorrow if you haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.